You have mentioned different things that make you as Julie.
Yeah.
You said you're a mom, you're a born again Christian, you work
Mm.
from home, you're
Mm.
a content creator. Tell us about that.
In waiting for a long time, those mothers who are out there who are waiting, they can concur with me that it's not an easy time. And when you are waiting, you think that when you get that child, it's the end of the world.
How do you bring that in?
Well, now that that adds to the challenge. I think it's challenging because, like you have to, despite you are working and taking care of your child, you
Yeah.
have to manage your home.
Mm.
And me, for the longest time, I didn't have help. I think my skill is ignore what you can't do. I would say that.
It's a good skill.
Yeah,
You
like
should kick it.
I don't force yourself to do something that you can't do. Don't overwhelm yourself.
Yeah. Hello viewer, karibu sana. And as usual, this channel is all about women empowerment and creating awareness in different aspects of womanhood and motherhood. And today we have an incredible guest with us, Julie.
Yes,
How are you?
I'm fine.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Introduce yourself to to our viewer.
Okay, my name is Julia Waithera Karaoke, and first of all, I'm a born again Christian, a wife and a mother, and I can say I'm a freelance writer. I work from home. Yeah,
Karibu sana.
asante.
So you have mentioned different things that make you as Julie.
Yeah.
You said you're a mom, you're a born again Christian, you work
Mm.
from home, you're
Mm.
a content creator. Tell us about that. Tell us, we can start about the
Mm-hmm.
motherhood.
Mm.
Tell us about your journey in motherhood.
Okay, my journey in motherhood is not easy because first after I finished college, then immediately I got married, but I did not become a mother like immediately. It took time, a long time of waiting and of tears and self doubt, and so many things happened, and then I became a mother. And you know, when you are in waiting for a long time, those mothers who are out there who are waiting, they can concur with me that it's not an easy time. And when you are waiting, you think that when you get that child, it's the end of the world. Like it's you're going to reach to get the best happiness that you have ever gotten. But now when you get a child, you realize, oh, this is another new journey. It has its challenges, it has its struggle. Because when you're waiting for a child, you think those who have children, they have no issues, they are happy in their marriage, they have the best time of their lives.
Mm.
But then you come again to realize it's a big responsibility that comes with it. And now you begin a new phase in your life where you have to rediscover yourself as a person, and you have to learn patience because this is a little human. They don't know many things. They are learning. They are like growing. And so you have to be patient with them. You have to learn with them. You have never done such a thing again. And so that's what has been like my journey of motherhood. It has been one of joy, one of learning. And I can say I am happy to be a mom now with two children. I'm happy and I'm embracing it. Despite the challenges, I feel fulfilled like as a mother because I know it's a great responsibility that God has given me to bring such amazing human into the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've talked about your journey of patience, of waiting. It
Mm.
took time.
Mm.
And you thought having a child now it's the
Like the deal
pinnacle of
breaker.
everything.
Yes.
So, like when you had that child
Mm.
in your arms,
Mm.
what did you think?
So many things. I think I thought of so many things, but the biggest thing that I remember is that of joy. Like it was a joy that I cannot explain. And also it was a moment of thanksgiving because through the wait I learned like it's not about me, it's not about my strength, it's not about my knowledge, it's not about the like my husband, his experiences and all what. It's about God. Yani I had it had became it had become like it's something it's about God. It was all about God. So when I got that child, I was so much grateful to God. despite being happy and everything and being feeling fulfilled. I felt grateful to God at that time. Yeah.
You know, the reason I'm asking this is
Mm.
because I connect with you.
Mm.
There's that you hold the child and you're like, wow.
Wow. Yeah.
And
And
then again, motherhood does not have a manual. You have a
yeah.
no, you have a human being
Okay.
in your hand.
What happened? Like
Hmm.
I was so happy and excited, but like few hours later,
It hits
now
you.
I don't know if it hit me or now it's dawned on me that now I have to take care of this child. And weirdly, when I was pregnant with my first child, I was doing research every week about baby growth in the womb. I
Yeah,
don't know why,
I
but I
know it
never took
happened.
a minute
Mm,
to do research about how to take care of a newborn, how to do like that's why I realized what I have been learning about pregnancy throughout,
yes.
like week 31, week
Mm,
32,
the baby
Sisi the
size of
baby
a
is doing
peach.
what?
I
Like
know.
I was so fascinated with the pregnancy journey.
Mm,
I did not take any time like to do research on motherhood,
yeah.
like what are the struggles, how do you breastfeed your child, how do you give a child a bath, how what do you do, like what are the emotions involved.
Yes.
I did not take that, and it was it became a shock. By there I can confess and say that for my first child and even for my second child, I suffered like I don't know if it's called nipples retraction, whereby you have flat nipples, or sometimes they get engorged like
Ah,
this. So for my first child, it was nipple retraction. It was literally flat, and I I had to be given like tubes to pull
mm,
the breast. But
okay.
if I had taken time to learn like beforehand,
Yes.
I could have known like you should do something to your nipples
Cry.
prior
Yeah.
as you prepare yourself to give. So we struggled with the child. So I got my child with like 3.3 kgs in weight. That she was like a chubby baby.
I know.
But by the time I was going for BCG a week later,
Mm,
the doctor was asking me, "Is this a 3 kgs baby?" Because she was so tiny. I think she had dropped a lot of kgs, and I had
mm,
to restart like again. By the time now the milk supply like is becoming plenty,
mm,
the child had like deteriorated in health, and those are most of the challenges that we like first time moms they never get to understand. Like when you you give birth, there are these challenges that happen. You have to be patient with your baby, and so when it happened again for the second time, and the second time was also bad. It was
wow.
I can confess it was bad because now,
Mm,
despite nipple retraction, I had the engorgement whereby the breast was engorging. So as we struggled to feed, they became sick. So I was in pain, and the same time I'm breastfeeding, and the child is so tiny. So like coming like bringing a child from zero for me, bringing a child from 0 to 3 months,
mm,
it's always a big challenge that I have to overcome because at the same time, this child is you cannot give them food, so you have to be patient until the last like until now they are able to feed and now your body has adjusted and such. So those are the small struggles that dawn on you like wow. But at the same time,
yeah.
despite the tears and everything, you are so excited. Me, I'm always so excited.
I know that
Like
feeling.
I always tell my husband, I see a child like my small dolly, like it's a play, something you can play with.
Yes.
Because although the baby is crying, if the baby is fussy or everything, your body is changing, you are emotional and everything. There's this joy that you can't explain that comes with motherhood.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited. And I know we are learning because every day the child is passing a new milestone and you have to learn a new thing.
Mm,
Yeah.
wow. That's good. I
Mm.
think we share that because you see this baby and you don't want them to pass that stage
Yeah.
of nursing, of
Yeah.
being so tiny, of
Mm.
holding them, breathing their mouth. They smell so good.
Yeah.
So, at this time that you're becoming a mom, are you working?
Mm.
Are you, do you have this work from home
Yeah.
thing going on, or
Mm.
what was happening?
Okay, at the time I was working at home. So by the time I was getting my firstborn, I had already begun my freelancing job. So I was already working, and at the same time, we were opening. I became pregnant, we opened a business. Although right now we closed it down, but we were at that phase. I was doing writing, and also at the same time I was in a shop. I owned a shop,
Mm.
so I had to juggle like the two, being a mom and also working. Yeah,
Mm.
and it's the same with the second child because I'm still working as a freelancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that transition? Being now you're a mom and
Mm-hmm.
you're a full-time
I'm
career
working.
woman. Yes.
Okay, mine I can't say it's a bit full time because we count it like it's something it's a flexible job because you can work around it. You can decide to say today I feel overwhelmed, let me rest. It's not like a 9 to 5 which you, despite how you feel or
Yes.
how you, at least we have a sense of control with the work that we do, because you can decide today, from the way I've been so busy, I've not rested, let me rest. But working, juggling the two, it's not an easy task because you have to like show up, fulfill deadlines because we work with deadlines,
Mm.
and at the same time you have to give the child attention and take care of them. So it's a complex thing, but I believe that God says in every challenge He gives us way to overcome it, and I have seen like I have developed a way for me to navigate both the sides. I can say both the tasks,
Yes.
the responsibilities that I can work and be a mother at the same time. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So then there's the aspect of managing your home.
Mm-hmm.
How do you bring that in?
Wow. Now that adds to the challenge. I think it's challenging because like you have to, despite you are working and taking care of your child, you
Yeah.
have to manage your home.
Mm.
And me, for the longest time, I didn't have help, but I could like call the laundry woman or something. And now I used to juggle all everything, and I can say it's hard, but yet again, uh, you learn to plan yourself around everything. And when me, I've learned when I feel overwhelmed, I put everything off and I take a break because I know if you overwhelm yourself, if you are sick, everything will stop,
Mm.
and at that time every attention will come back to you. So it's better to know your limit and to work around yourself, create a schedule that will work for you, because this life it's not ending today.
Mm.
Yeah, you have tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, so you can plan to do small tasks at different times.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're working at night.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking care of the children
Mm-hmm.
during the day. You're
Yeah.
managing your home for the longest time that you
Mm.
didn't have help during the day,
Mm.
and you have a 24-hour day
Yeah.
every day.
Every day.
And you find
Sometimes
some
it
people you
feels
have
like
free time.
it's an ongoing one day,
Okay.
because because for we say 9 to 5 is bad, but sometimes it's good because once you leave your work at like
Five.
they at 5, you
Mm.
leave it at work, you come home, you'll be at home. But when you work at home, you are at work and you are at home. There is no way you see a notification about work and say this is my rest time. You
Yes.
must attend to it. So, but oh, what sometimes I was saying, sometimes it feels overwhelming because it's a day that is continuing to 3 days, 4 days. But sometimes you just take a break. Like for me, I have decided my weekend, my starts at Saturday at 6
Mm.
till Sunday at 6. I don't do anything. Like I don't do anything pertaining work unless it's something emergency that I will do. Like look at the laptop 5 minutes, then close it. Because I know I need to sleep well so that I will not sleep in church
Mm.
and give like my Sunday to be like I'll be awake during the Sunday. So I have to sleep on Saturday night and up to Sunday 6. So after Sunday 6, that's my Monday morning.
Yeah.
I am already done with the weekend. So I'll be somewhere on Sunday, and it's 6 p.m. and I'll be feeling uncomfortable because I feel now some my things are held up, my job is held up.
Mm.
But that's how I have learned to plan myself. But during the week, then yet again, when you have a small child, then they train to stay awake during the night and
Mm.
sleep during the day.
Yes. True.
And I remember when my first one was a year and a half, at that time my job had gone down,
Mhm.
so I was sleeping. Most of the nights I will find myself sleeping.
Mm.
But now she had like tuned to being awake at night. It would be at 3 a.m. and she's still jumping, running around. Then we ask her, what are we going to do? You want to sleep, but she cannot sleep. But anyway, she adjusted later on
Mm.
because you can't leave the child awake when you are sleeping.
Sure you
Anyway,
can't.
and more so when you don't have help.
Yeah.
If you have someone who is helping you manage the house, you can like let the child have their own routine.
Mm.
But now she's grown up, she's going to school, so she has her own routine. And now because she's at school, my night, which is morning, begins after she's gone to school.
Yeah.
Like I'll prepare her, take her to school, then I come sleep, then wake up to get her to school.
Mm.
So that has been adjusted well.
Okay.
Yeah.
What has been your like the most useful skill in
Mhm.
this juggling?
What?
Your go-to skill? Because I feel like your time management has to be top notch.
Why?
Because
I think my skill is ignore what you can't do.
it's
I would say that.
a good skill.
Yeah.
I
Like
should pick it.
I don't force yourself to do something that you can't do. Don't overwhelm yourself
Yeah.
because I can't promise you that I will help you do something. Like me, I'm totally like grounded in the house.
Mm.
I don't give promises I will come to your house on Sunday or
Mm.
Saturday. No. But what I do is I plan.
Mm.
If I want like to go visit either my sister-in-laws or something, I'll put it in my mental notes. Then during the week, I will know on that day I will sleep early, wake
Yes.
up early, go, then come back early. You see? But I'll not promise them, wait for me on Saturday
Mm.
because I might fail them. Something might come from work.
Mm.
I think that's what I've learned. And if it was something that I was, and it's a skill maybe because even at work,
Yeah.
sometimes our work mostly is we work around hours. When you're given like a task, it goes with certain hours. Then when you are like we call it bidding, when you are bidding the work for the work, you look and see, can I manage to like to send it at this time? So if I cannot do it, then I ignore it.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's
I pass it. So I take what I can
mm.
and what I can't, I stay off it. Yeah.
Uh,
Mm.
now that you have help, how has this delegating the
Mhm.
roles of the
It's
house
hard.
management, how has it helped you
Okay.
get time or
Mm.
in what way?
Okay, the first thing I can say is the mental stress has gone down. Knowing that everything is not on me, I feel more relaxed, more calm because I know some things are going on despite I'm there or I'm not there. Like the house is clean and my like it's in order. My children are taken care of when I can. Like I can give the child the small one and I can do something. So it's giving me that like peace as
Mm.
like I feel more relaxed and at ease.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, that's good.
Mm.
And then we bring in you also a content creator.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where do you get this extra time to do that? Because your day is already full, but you've added.
Content creation.
Yeah.
I like for after the school when the school was closed, I was able to do like content creation because that's when I began doing content. I began doing content creation before I got my second born. And then the school closed, so I was able to do it. But after now the school were opened, it became like a bit challenging to do it.
Mm.
But now I'm trying to arrange it. So what I do is when I have free time, I can do my research on what I want to do and plan what I want to do or edit,
Yeah.
and then you just have to look for time.
Mm.
I think there is always no time. Time is created. Like you have to create time and say at this time I want to do such and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
And there are people, so many women out there, they don't even have that one job. And
Mm-hmm.
someone is struggling or trying to find out
Mm.
how can I secure a job? How can I get a job? How can I keep my hands busy?
Yeah.
What would you tell them?
Doing something is very important thing because I believe God created us with a purpose. You are not created just to okay, raising children is purposeful. I don't blame those. You know there are families where the husband and wife they agree at this time of our life you take care of our house and children and I appreciate that's what kind of setup that I believe if you have not sat down and agreed on such an agreement, it's good to put your hands to work because it comes a time whereby even your husband might reach a point where they need help. Maybe their job is not doing well, or anything might happen. Like we all remember COVID-19 when it came, everything was structured and disorganized, and new strategies had to come up. And you, as a wife, if you are able to like to be having, I'm talking to married women, like you are doing something, you are able to cushion your family when that time comes. Your husband cannot like cater all the bills, and even when he can, it's good when you have an input. I mean, I believe I am a firm believer of like we are all equal in terms of when our parents are bringing us up, they don't like discriminate and see you are a girl, you will not get the best quality education. You are a man, you get the best quality. Because when you go into a family setup, the man will provide and you sit down. No, parents struggle the same way. Like when my parents were raising me up, they worked hard the same way to provide for school fees for me, the same way they did for my brother. So I believe even in life, this boy child is someone's son, and me, I'm a girl child, I'm someone's daughter.
True.
The, our efforts, despite being different in totally different versions, but our parents made an effort to bring us up and to make us people who are purposeful. Like I'm raising a daughter, I'm raising a son, and I don't discriminate. So I believe even in the future, I want to see them prospering career wise, motherhood, as people, even for the country. Such, and that's why I encourage every woman out there, please look for something to do. Please let there be an input, have an impact in your house. Because even the proverb that one wife, that's the most like the woman that I look for up to, because she was, I believe her house, they used to wear the clothes that she was making. So she was the fashion designer. And at the same time, she used to buy land.
Yes.
So she was in real estate. She used to do businesses, meet with merchants. You see, that's a person who is moving things globally.
True. Yeah.
She was in global business,
Yeah.
international trade,
International trade. True. True.
and at the same time, she was doing the menial things in the house because we were told she woke up before dawn to organize her house.
Yeah.
And that's and recently because I got a house help, I was thinking about a word where God, the word of God, which says that God will bless you even with your maid and manservant.
Yeah.
And I was like amazed, yeah.
Uh,
So if it's allowed to ask for help, because sometimes we feel like if you are taking that help because you are lazy or because you don't know how to organize
yeah. True.
yourself
True.
or you want to live the cool life. But I think
Mm.
like that woman, the proverb I was at Proverbs that one, she could organize her family, the house, like the work the house managers that were working on her house, and go out there and conquer everything. And the children and her husband were well pleased with her. It means that she did not neglect one side of her life, and
True.
that's what I feel about life. Like you have to be all rounded, but don't overwhelm yourself because we have one life, and also your body, it's just like a car, it needs time
Yeah.
to be serviced and rest. Yeah, don't overwork yourself but work.
Wow.
mm.
And then when you break down, then everything around you
Yeah,
crumbles.
crumbles. Yeah.
Yeah. True. Now you're a woman of faith.
Mm.
How does faith play in to these other areas of your life?
I think faith is the center of everything in my life because for me, I look everything with the perspective of the word of God. What does the Bible say about this? Like as a wife, what does the Bible say? Like because there are many challenges, sometimes you will have wrangles here and there in the house. Even parenting, it's a new thing. It's a like every phase is new, so you have to be learn to be patient. You have to learn what is the word of God said. And me, I'm a hyper person. I'm those people who react like
Quick, quick,
yeah, quick
quick.
fast and then think later. So so my think later, I try to like to reorganize myself and think what does the Bible say about every situation. And when I base it with that, I find the peace
Yeah.
and I also find the joy in it. And also knowing that there's someone who is with you and they are for you
Mm.
and they will always protect you and have your back. That's the greatest thing you can have in life. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Mm,
What can you tell women out there?
mm,
There's so many women that are maybe doing other things.
mhm,
They're stressed up about life.
mm,
They feel like they're juggling too much.
mm.
They are indecisive. They don't know which direction to take. What can you tell?
First, I would say like if you believe in prayers, pray
Mm.
because it plays a major role. Like God, the Holy Spirit gives us direction. He's there to comfort us, to give us direction. And when you pray to the Holy Spirit, He will provide a way because everything that you have been given, like that situation you are in, has a way out of it
Mm.
or has a way through it. Sometimes all it needs is time. Sometimes all you need is time. Like
Mm.
take a breath, move with it, and know that in due time I'm going to come off, off of it victorious. And sometimes you need to sit down and re-strategize. Sometimes ask for help from your spouse if you have a spouse or your parents. You know, there are those women out there who they are not married. Maybe you are a single parent and your mother at home or your sister can help you with something. Because there are time I have seen with people, you have this child, you can't take care of them. You take them to your parents and ask for them. Stay with my child for 3 months. I reorganize my life. You see,
Mm.
ask for help to that person. There must be someone who is near you. And sometimes even like for your husband, the help is let them hold the child 2 hours and let you sleep. It's
That's
all
true.
the need that you. It's all the help that you
Yeah,
need.
yeah,
Like
from the
hold this child for 2 hours. Let me sleep.
yeah,
Maybe that's all the help that you need, and after that you'll be so fresh to like to grind another whole week.
yeah, true.
So know what you need and what you can, like the help that you need and where you can get it from. If you are juggling too much and you're working maybe at home and you feel that you need like a house manager, get one. If you have too many jobs going on, you have this online job, this online business, drop one. You don't have to kill yourself.
True.
Or if you are too broke and you don't have work, look for something to do. Yeah, and that's why I began with
Mm.
pray about it because it's through prayer that you will get the direction of life that you need. I don't
Mm.
know if I've answered the question.
That's a good perspective of how they can deal with that and
Mm-hmm,
how maybe they can get a clear vision of where they are,
mm-hmm,
where they want to go,
mm.
and what they plan to do.
Yeah.
Give us your potential.
Well, my part in short is like if you are a woman out there and you are struggling with something, maybe you don't have children. Me, I'm so close. I feel like I connect so much with those women who are struggling with children. All you have to do is believe in God and wait patiently, and our God never disappoints. If there's one thing that God doesn't know how to do, we say that yani, God does everything. There's
Mm.
nothing God can't do. That's one thing that God can't do. Our God can never fail. He
Mm.
never fails because He never sleeps nor slumbers and He listens to our prayer. So if you're out there, you're struggling with a child, getting a child, be patient and pray to God and God will answer you. And also if you're there struggling with work, you can like look around you and look for something that you're passionate about and you can like start something small that it doesn't take much time or there are so many things that now you can do.
Yeah.
You can look online in like in the internet. There are so many things that you require you to do even without like an experience or something.
Yeah.
So if you're there struggling with something, trust in God and also look for a way like you can upgrade from where you are and move to the next level.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Julie,
you're welcome.
I hope women have learned.
Yeah.
I hope women have gotten some insight from your story
Mhm.
and from your advice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Tune in for the next show.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.